want to welcome everyone to tonight's Stay True call, and it is December 3rd. Wow, it's gone by quickly. We are entering the time of year for being a Beachbody coach starts to get exciting, okay? This is like the preamp to the big sale, not really a sale, but just a big promotion of New Year's resolutions and everything like this. So I encourage you guys, don't let your foot off the pedal during the holiday season. Keep up with your nutrition. Stay on your workout program. Post, invite. Don't eat Chick-fil-A sandwiches, Beta. No, I'm joking. She must not be able to hear me yet. But anyway, there's a lot of exciting things going on. Last month, as you'll see, was a slower month for a number of us, myself included, but I can't let that hinder me, and I know you guys won't let it hinder you. So we need to rally together here and make it start happening. As far as team volume points from last week, we had a good week for that, and I think that had part to do with the new program that was launched. So if you're not familiar, Hammer and Chisel, the Masters Hammer and Chisel launched this past week. So everyone should be promoting that, excited about that. If you like the 21-day fix, if you like the workout Body Beast, you definitely should be checking this out. If you've had customers who have liked those or who have ordered those, please make sure that you're following up with them.
I can't do my call, hon.
Letting them know that those are available. And that way, it's a great combination for, hold on one sec, I'm muting us all. That way we can, okay, I can't mute. I can't mute Kayla there, Kristen Lopez. So anyway, so yeah, keep working hard. And I just got off track completely, but I was going to do the points, so let's get to the points. Give me 1 second here. So points for I have points for this past month or past week. Dan Barry led the way with 706 points. Beth Akins here to my left, she followed up with 606. Lisa Schaff, I butcher that pronunciation, I'm sorry, 375. Gretchen Namath, 303. Stephanie Barner, 289. Courtney Miller, 248. Matt Redinger, 204. Matt Thomas, 174. Mapi Byler, 170. Laura Bell, 170. Myself, 160. Christina Schneider, 158. Sean Perrin, 150. Jessica Schrock, 145. Travis Carpenter, 136. Lester Serrana, 135. Anna Howley, 135. Laura Antonucci, 125. Crystal Girding, 125. Mark Lodato, 120. Danielle Johnson, 117. That's actually Danelle Johnson. I apologize. She'd kick me right now if she was here, because I went to high school with her, and in high school I always messed with her and called her Danielle just to mess with her. But anyway, Jennifer Way, 112, and Heather Luttermoser, 105. So
great job, you guys. That
was awesome. We had a lot of points coming up from the downline. That's always nice to see. A lot of people just, I think like I said, the Hammer and Chisel was a big event for a lot of us, and it should continue to be as it's launched and as people see pictures of it and your post of it on Facebook. Success Club points, I have not posted yet, but I have it done. It's saved on my phone. I just need to post it into Stay True and change out the picture. But we had 2 people in Team Stay True hit Success Club 10. We had Courtney Miller.
Yay!
Awesome
Courtney.
job, Courtney. She hit Success Club 10. So that's awesome. Beth Akins, she nailed Success Club 10 at the last minute. So that was awesome. Success Club 5, we had Dan Barry with 6 points. Gretchen Namath with 6 points. And Stephanie Barner with 5 points. Success Club point earners. So these were people with at least 4 Success Club points. Me, Glenn, led the way, or not so much led the way.
No, Courtney led the way.
Yeah, Courtney led the way. came in 6 points behind her. So anyway, Jill Berry, a.k.a. Dan Berry, Andy Byler, Rachel Hayden, Heather McDonald, Vito Walker, Laura Antonucci, Laura Bell, Crystal Girding, Todd Kreitz, Andrea Evanich.
Awesome.
So that was our success club for November. And Mapi, how many points did you have? 8.
Yeah.
Why weren't you on there? I don't have you on there. Well, congrats, Mapi. Got SC5. Picture. I need to make a change, obviously. Sorry about that. So I will make that change. So I'm glad I did not post that, but I publicly embarrassed myself on the live call. So that's all right.
Yeah, she had 20.
There you go. All right, guys. So speaking of Mapi, good lead in there, Mapi. See, that's why I did that, to lead into tonight's presenter. Mapi will be presenting for us tonight. And so I'm going to turn it over to her and unmute you.
Awesome.
Or you unmuted yourself. Good job. You're anxious here.
I'm ahead of the game, Glenn.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and mute my audio and take it away.
Awesome. Okay, so I just wanted to talk to you about one of the things that I have a struggle with. I actually, so I don't know if you face the same issue that I do, but I usually tend to join a lot of trainings and learn a lot, but I struggle with action. And so like if you're in this goal, I believe that you are interested in being a coach, a career coach, and you want to grow your business. So one of the areas that I needed help with, and I thought I would share with you what I learned about, was how to follow and how to communicate with your leads. So I just did a little presentation for you so that you have it. I can just email it to you, so don't feel like you have to write a lot of notes. You're going to have a copy of this. It's going to be available on probably the team page, I'm guessing, Glenn. We can just post it on Team Stay True, and then you can just access it. So I'm going to share my screen and see. See if I can do this. Can you see my screen now? You can? Okay, good. Let me get out of here. Okay, can you see it now? I cannot see you, but can you see it? Okay, perfect. Okay. Okay, so how do you communicate with your leads? At first I thought I would show you, I would go over what is a customer lead program, which if you don't know, if you don't remember all the details, you can just go to FAQ 2871, which goes through what is a customer lead program in a lot more detail than what I've shared with you here. But basically is, customers come to Beachbody from a couple, not only through Team Beachbody coaches, but also from other areas like teambeachbody.com, beachbody.com. Those customers that do not come with a coach, Beachbody does is they give it to us for free. But in order to get some of those customers, you do have to qualify. So you have to be a paid rank of Emerald or above, and you have to be current on all your business service fees. You also have to be a club member, and you have to have all your bio, your before picture, and your profile set to public on your teambeachbody.com profile. And then you also have to have reached Success Club 5. And I can tell you, I do follow a lot of coaches, and initially I was like, I'm getting these leads, and many of them I cannot get a hold of them. But some of these leads, believe it or not, can be one of your top coaches. If you do develop a relationship with them and start communicating with them, those can be people that can really be successful on the business. So you do have to pay attention to them, and that's why I decided to do this little presentation. So I was in a training with one of the people in corporate, And she was saying when she got her job at Beachbody, she met with Jeff Hill. And initially, she didn't have any experience, with a company like Beachbody. So she asked Jeff Hill, I mean, I know a lot about business, but I'm not really sure about how to handle this. And if there was one piece of information that you could give me, what would you say? And Jeff Hill told her, you have to do, you have to feel, and you have to know. That's basically what this business is all about. So you do have to take action, and you have to feel, you have to take care of your customers. You have to know what they want. You have to just have that connection with them. And you have to know, you have to learn what your tools are to reach those customers. And it's not like you have to learn at the beginning. It's just you have to constantly keep teaching yourself those skills that are going to be good in the business. So, okay, so how do you get this leads? How do you access them? So if you have fulfilled all the requirements that I just went through, so this is what you would do every day in your business. Every single day, you would visit your coach online office, which all of you guys are familiar with, and then you determine if a new lead has been assigned, which is going to be under your customers. You're going to see a name that you probably don't know. But the nice thing about them is that you're going to see an order number. You're going to see an order history. You're going to see with this person leaves. You're going to see what they've ordered. So that is going to give you some information about the customer. So what did you do then? And I'm going to go a little bit deeper after the presentation. What do you do with each of the leads? So, but this is just kind of like in general. So what you can do is with all of that information that you get from that lead, you can categorize them into 3 different types. Now, just have in mind that this is how I have decided to categorize them. But if you want to be more detailed about it, you certainly can. I'm just sharing what I've learned and what I'm doing. But this is your business. So if you feel like you can go above and beyond this, go ahead. Okay. So the first type is generic. It just refers to all those leads that are assigned through the customer program that they just have a free account. You don't have that much information about them. You don't really know what their preference is, if they've done a program, if they have not. You're just basically, it's just like one lead that you don't know much about. The second one is the fitness ones. And these are the leads that I've seen. They have evidence of a program. Maybe they've signed up for doing Insanity or Insanity Max or Pi or 21 Day Fix. So I just have a little bit of information. They might not have bought the product through Beachbody. You don't know. Maybe they're just, you can see that in Super Gym, they have clicked on doing a specific program. So you just have a little bit of information about them, and you can determine what their interests have been. And the third one is the Shakeology or Ultimate Reset. So they refer to the leads that have been assigned, that have purchased a specialized program or a challenge pack that includes Shakeology. So that gives me a little bit more information on what they are doing. Step number 3, so once you determine the category of each lead that you have, now this is when the work on your end comes. Okay, so if you are a career coach, you know that you're going to talk to a lot of customers. So how, I don't know about you, but it takes me a long time to draft an email. It takes me a long time to figure out what the workflow is. But I have realized in the last few months that the more specific my conversations are, then the better relationship I have with that customer. So one way for you to save some time is to draft sort of the emails that you're going to send to these people based on that categorization that we just went through, okay? However, it is critical that you personalize every email. You cannot send the same email to all of your Shakeology customers, because some might take Shakeology, I don't know, for losing weight, and some of them might just take Shakeology because they want more energy or they want their hair and nails to look better. You just have to personalize it. So what we're going to do in this presentation is I'm going to show you a little bit of what that workflow is going to look like for these customers that you're trying to reach. Just have in mind that we are not, I'm going to give you the layout, but you're not going to send the same email to every single customer. You do have to personalize it, and just based on all the information that you have from those customers, and then you're going to have to focus on that relationship with them. This is a mistake that I've done so many times. When I started, I would focus on, oh, what else can they buy from me? Or, they can be my next challenge pack sale. And I have failed. Here, these are free customers. They don't know you. They don't know nothing about you. So our focus with these customers are going to be to build that relationship, not to get them as a customer on your, not to focus on the next sale or whatever they could buy next. So step 4 is once you communicated with them, and I'm going to go through how you're going to communicate with them. Once you receive a response, then you're going to determine what their support needs are. Do they need an accountability group? Do they need to be in a challenge group? Do they just need personal support? Just to give you an idea, I had a customer that it was a referral, actually. She contacted me. She bought some Shakeology samples from me. And then she wanted PIO, but she just wanted the program, okay? I've invited this girl to challenge group like 1,000 times. And every single time, she's told me no. She's told me, no, I don't want Facebook. I don't want a challenge group. She is on Facebook, I know, but she hasn't befriended me. And I think it's just a matter of getting to know her. So I stopped trying to upsell her on anything, and I started to just send her an email every once in a while. How are you doing with PIO? How are you doing with 225? All those programs that she's bought from me. And she has responded. And she's also told me, she's like, you are one, I've talked to many Beachbody coaches, but I can see that you actually care. And I think that is because I changed my way of communication with her. I used to try to upsell her on things, and now I try to just build a relationship with her. So now what she's doing, she's referring me to other people. So that's why it's so important to focus on the relationship. Another thing is, if you have a customer that you have the history of, and this customer does not want to be on Facebook, does not want to communicate with you, the only way you're communicating with them is through email, then it is easy for you to determine when it is a good time to communicate with them. So if they sign up with Insanity Max, for instance, or Insanity, you just can determine when they're going to start the program, when they're going to finish the program. So then you can see what your follow-up plan is going to be with that person. You can talk to them as soon as they start the program, when they reach week 4, when they reach week 6, and so on and so forth. So step 5, this is a hard one. Stay consistent, because it's hard to keep track of all these customers. So how do you stay consistent? It's basically you do have to keep a track. You can do it on Excel, you can do it on a journal or anything that works for you, and just keep track of the communication that you have with them. You definitely have to contact them, at least once a month, and just show value to them, not try to upsell them, but maybe maybe you see something that could benefit them, then go for that. If you see, I don't know, just an article about Insanity, and you know that they're doing Insanity, maybe just send them that email and just say, hey, I saw this, I know you're doing Insanity, I thought it could help you. That person is gonna see that as, oh, she's not trying to sell me stuff, she truly cares about what I'm doing. And that's how you start building that relationship. Now, do you want to upsell them? Absolutely. So what do you do at that point? You can just tell them, hey, just so you know, I know you're interested in being fit and getting a healthy life, living a healthier life. I do have some awesome deals this month. If you want any information, please just send me a message. You don't have to, kind of tell them everything that you have on sale or how it could benefit them. Just make him a little curious, or make her a little curious about what you have. And if they are interested in buying something or going the extra step, they're going to contact you. But they will see on that email that you are focusing on them and not on the product that you're trying to sell them. So how do you implement these 5 steps? Okay, so the very first thing that you have to tell these customers, the very first thing they have to know, there are 4 things that they have to know. First of all, that you are a free coach. They're not gonna pay anything for having your help. Second thing, that they're a customer just like you. And I'll show you the email or the text that you can send them when you just say that. I started as a customer just like you. Then that you're going to help them start and succeed. And the second part, succeed, is the most important part. Because usually when you try to help them start, they don't know you. They tend to think that you're just trying to sell them something. But if you show them that you truly care, then, that you want their success, then they're going to develop a relationship with you. So you do have to tell them at the beginning of the conversation that that's what you want for them. You want them to succeed. And then you also have to let them know that you are going to be contacting them so that you can set that expectation that you are going to try to call them or send them an email, and they are going to be hearing from you. So now you have to determine your communication flow based on the type of customers that you have. And again, this works for me, but if you see something that might work for you better, you are more than welcome to adapt this to what works for you. So before you create these for you and for your team, I want to tell you this, and I think I already touched on it, but again, these are just templates. Okay, the emails that you are going to send need to be personalized. They have to sound like you. I've made a mistake a gazillion times where I will copy and paste, and it's an email that does not sound like me. And that is going to be damaging, because the next time you talk to that person, it's just not going to sound like you. You have to develop that relationship. So make your email sound like you. You can copy and paste, but make sure you adapt, you change things so that it sounds as if you were talking. Some of the information that can help you develop these templates is look at their history, see where they are from, see what they order, what type of membership do they have. If they completed their Team Beachbody profile, there might be more information about them there. Then, use their email address, their name, their location. And this is kind of a tricky one, but search them on Facebook. I didn't think of this before I went to this training. I search them on Facebook and maybe see what they are up to. Would I friend request them? Probably not, because they're probably going to think that you're creepy if you try to friend request them that soon. But it is a great way to know a little bit about them. And just wait until the relationship is strong enough to see if, you can friend request them on Facebook, or if you can follow them on Instagram or Twitter or whatever your social media platform is. So day 0. So you went to your coach online office. You saw a person that is new, your new customer. So what do you do now? Your only goal is to get a response. That's the only thing that you're gonna focus on. Don't focus on what they can buy, or how do I let them know everything about my life or anything like that. Just all you want to do is make a connection, and they need to know that you are not just an auto-generated email or just some computer. So this is just a template. Again, personalize it, make it yours. But you can just say, hi, I hope you're having a great day. My name is Mapi, and I became your free coach when you joined Team Beachbody. This morning, my husband Chris and I filmed you a little welcome video, so you take a minute to check it out below. You don't have to do it with your husband. If it's just you running this business, just don't mention that part, and make a recording for him. Okay, so this part is really scary. At least it was scary for me. I hate videos, and I was like, oh, heck no, I'm not going to make a video for them. But, I focus on, it does not need to be perfect. They have to know you how you are. And when you make that video, you're showing yourself. You're showing how you talk. You're showing you're a real person. And you don't have to be in this perfect setup. This training that you're seeing, I got it from a couple that are coaches. And I remember they had the video they made was he was actually driving and she was making the video. And their point was, we're both Team Beachbody coaches. We both work full time. I want this person to see that this is my life. This is my lifestyle. This is my life by design. So they did videos during just chores or errands that they were running that they normally would not be doing if they were not being Beachbody coaches. And also, the main point of it is it does not have to be perfect. It can be in your kitchen, it can be in your living room, wherever you're at. Just shoot a really short recording, less than a minute, and put it here. And then you can just say, like, you were also customers, that we've gotten amazing results with Beachbody products, and we decided to become coaches so we could help others get started, stay motivated, and get great results too. Can you tell me what your fitness and nutrition are? And then from that, you go into, when can I talk to you, communicate with you, when are you available? Then you can also mail a new lead welcome note card. Okay, so if you're anything like me, I can write something awesome, and then the next time I have to write something, I'm like drawing a blank. So here's an idea, a little tip for you. You can just take a picture of the first one that you wrote that was awesome and have it handy, or you can just put those words, enter those words that you wrote down and put them on your Evernote file, so that next time you're writing a note, all you have to do is open that file and write it really quick and put it on the mail. So you send that email, you send that video, and you hear nothing. So what do? So you wait 7 days, okay? So day 7, if you don't have a response, this is what you do. You go ahead and check in with them. And at this point, I would add a little bit of value to them. So this is, again, another template. Remember to personalize it. Hello, I hope you're doing well. I thought I'd take a quick minute to check in with you to see how things are going. I'd like to help you started and answer any questions you have. If you're interested, now's the time to discuss how to schedule work, set up a good meal plan for you for your first week, and connect to a small private Facebook group for the extra help you might need. Let's connect in the next couple of days. If you do have some information on their history, like I said, I would add something that would help them. Beachbody blog has a lot of resources, like they have articles on how to meal prep and recipes, and articles about just fitness and nutrition and all kinds of good stuff. So you could add that to them just to offer them a little, value on your email. So you send that over, and let's pretend you still don't hear anything from them. So at this point, you are just gonna have to try to get a response again. You want them, your goal is gonna be to let them hear from you. And they need to know that you truly want to support them. So you have 2 options. At this point, you can call them or you can text them. And again, the text is a little bit scary for me, but you can. And you can even go as far as to making another video for them, just like a 1-minute video, and just text that little video. And again, just let them know that you're here to support them. And you want to hear from them, and maybe they're just too busy you understand that they might be too busy to answer you, but you're here to help them in any way you can. Okay, if you do talk to them, just make sure that you, within 24 hours of your conversation with them, you send them an email and thank them for their time and revisit the reasons why is that they sign up with Beachbody, or why is that they chose that workout video. Okay, so I put a little note for teachable moment story right here, and I hope that Dan is okay with me sharing this. I'm sure he won't mind because the mistake was on my end. But okay, so a long time ago, it's probably like about a year ago, I saw the whole text idea and I shared it with Dan. And so I sent text messages to a couple of customers, and none of them replied. And Dan did the same. And as soon as he sent the text, they replied to him. They, became super awesome. And And I was jealous. I was jealous. I was like, why does it work for Dan and not for me? And this is the mistake I made. I did not send another text anymore. And that was me. That was my mistake. I was lacking personal development. I was lacking confidence. I did not believe in myself. And I don't want you to do that. Maybe I just happened to reach the people that would not respond to me no matter what, whether me or Dan or Beth or whoever would have tried to communicate with them, they probably wouldn't have responded. But I took it personal, and that's just not something that we should do. So there you go, teachable moment. Just be persistent and be consistent and just keep doing it. There will be people that want help, and there will be people that will not want your help. And it's not personal. Remember, they do not know you. So do not take personal. Just move forward and continue with your workflow. So day 14, you still have not heard anything from them. So at this point, you just mainly just want to provide support for them. Hi, I hope you're doing well. How are your workouts doing? I thought I would just follow up with you, because usually when you start, it can be stressful. Do you have any questions? I'm here to help you. That's it. Move on. So at this point, you're 2 weeks into trying to contact this person, and they have not answered to you. They do not respond again. This is going to be your last conversation. Is you still don't get response from them, then at this point, you're just going to leave it on a positive note. You're going to thank them, you're going to acknowledge, and you're going to indicate your continued support. Hey, I hope you're doing well. So though we haven't been able to connect, I wanted to simply let you know that I'm here to support your wellness goal. Please keep in touch, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I wish you all the success and look forward to hearing you about your progress. Okay, I want to tell you, I had a customer in New York who I didn't hear from forever. And this person would buy about 3 bags of Shakeology at a time. And I'm like, this guy is crazy. He could be in HD, he could save money, and I'm trying to tell him and, trying to have him become a coach right away because, he's buying 3 bags at a time. So I decided to just go ahead and, I kept emailing him and nothing. And finally, this guy responded and said, hey, I'm a very busy person. I travel all over the world. And I buy 3 bags of Shakeology at a time because I take them on my trip with me. And so I'm like, is he crazy? He could save so much money. But then I saw his signature on his email. This guy was not, he was just, let's just say he was just very high up at a company. He had no interest in saving money. And he had no interest in becoming a coach because he's just a customer. So at that point, I had to change my conversation. I had to stop trying to upsell them for anything. I just stayed focused on the relationship with him. And it's been a year that we just talk every so often. He still buys his 3 bags of Shakeology every so often. And, he still travels all over the world. But he'll tell me he started running. And, he'll ask me for his advice on the performance line. And, I can see that he now realizes that I'm truly interested in his success and not on upselling him something. And because of that, he continues to order from my site. So that's why you have to get to know those leads. You have to just try to contact them for 21 days. And if you don't hear from them at that time, then I think there's been enough attempts to contact them that if they're truly interested in your help or your advice, they're going to end up communicating with you even after the 21 days. So follow-up tips. Again, I think I just went through this a little bit ago. Use your online calendar or purchase a calendar notebook. These are a lot of people that you're going to have to keep track of the communication. An Excel spreadsheet would work wonders for you. Also, enter the start date for those people. When is that you got this specific customer? And then just write a little notes of what your conversation have been. What have you invited it to them? Maybe you have a challenge group that you had upcoming and you invited them to that. Just keep track of everything that they're telling you and what is that you have invited them to. Then determine the programs. As you know, we have programs like 21-Day Fix, 21-Day Fix Extreme, and now, Hammer and Chisel. So if you keep track of what they've been doing, you'll be able to mention these programs after, they finished their round at 21-Day Fix and 21-Day Fix Extreme came up. You could have just told them, hey, this is coming back. I know you've done 3 rounds of this. Maybe you're interested in this. The same thing with the Hammer and Chisel. Everybody that has done Body Beast and 21-Day Fix or Extreme, you can let them know. But you're going to have to pay attention to what these leads are doing on the back end. Don't wait longer. So if you haven't paid attention to this and you have not contacted that customer, and let's say they sign up in August and it's already December and you haven't talked to them, I would say at this point, I would still reach out to them. My workflow is probably not going to look like this, but just adapt it and just make sure they introduce themselves to them. But the point here is the earlier you contact them, the better. That's why at the beginning of this presentation, we say you have to check your coach online office right away, every day, and try to determine who is it you got and introduce yourself to them. And again, based on your specific leads, you will know how your workflow, your communication workflow is gonna look like. Even though customers are not all the same, you can sort of group them. Like I did, the categories at the beginning, you can sort of group them and just set a couple of workflows for your customers, depending on that category, and then just follow more or less how that communication is gonna look like. It's not only gonna save you time, but again, you're here, you're in this call because you want to make this a career. So one day you're going to have to teach this to your team. And if you have it written down already and you have it on Evernote or whatever platform you use, you can just hand this to them and they will be able to know how is that you treat these, customers. How is that you're going to communicate with those customers. One of our jobs is to teach our team. So take the time, invest the time on creating this workflows that work for you, adapt them to yourself, and personalize all those email templates that I've given you, and then just write it down somewhere so that you can share it with your team. So this is pretty much all. I did put this wake up and be awesome because I can tell you, I've been a coach for about 2.5 years. And I can tell you that at the beginning, I thought that the fact of being a career coach would take forever. Becoming an Emerald coach would take forever. Becoming a Diamond coach would take forever. And that was not the best way of thinking about this business. I've now realized that it does not have to take forever. And so I wish I would have realized that earlier and I would have had the initiative to learn more about the business at the beginning. But yeah, we have to wake up and just realize that we are going to have a team. We're going to lead. And if we're going to lead, we have to invest that time on setting up those systems so that we can teach our coaches on how to run this business and just give them everything that you've learned. So that's pretty much it.
Awesome job, Mapi.
Yeah, thanks,
That was
Mapi.
great information. And, it's funny because as you were going through that, Beth and I were both looking at, I'm stealing her pen, trying to take notes and everything. But so we were trying to jot some notes down. And I'm glad you said we will make this slideshow available on the team page. So it'll definitely be good and it'll be worth everyone taking a look at and following this. Now, the thing that I know I struggle with from time to time is, okay, we just learned about this. We just heard about this. Mapi got this, I'm assuming, learned about this from a top coach because she networks with a lot of the top coaches or coaches who are in top coaches downline. So the biggest thing that we need to do is take this and execute on it, implement it, do it, move it. And that's exactly what, as I was looking at this, it was inspiring me to evaluate what I'm doing with my customers, even if they're current customers who I know and they aren't free customers. You know, when was the last time I talked to them? When was the last time I reached out to them? When was the last time I expressed interest in them? You know, when was the last, do I know what they're feeling right now or how they're feeling? Do I know what they're doing right now? So I love that do, feel, and know. I think that was awesome. That hit me. So Dan, do you want to sign? You've got to have something to say. Dan Barry.
Oh, when there's a will, there's a way. Can you hear me?
He's got a voice.
Can you hear me? Hey, all right. When there's a will, there's a way. No, Mapi, that was amazing. It was a great presentation, great information. And I think if I had to just kind of say what I took away from that is face those fears sooner than later. You know, all of us are business owners. Be proactive. If you want this business to work in the way that Mapi is getting it to work, you have to be willing to step outside of that comfort zone and take that step towards doing these things that she's talking about. Because like Glenn said and Mapi both said, we can sit here and watch it, but if we don't do it, then this business doesn't go anywhere. Your business ultimately will be a reflection of what you're doing and the effort that you put in and where you're going to pursue it. So if something that Mapi said today hit you and you didn't fully understand it, send her a message. Reach out to her and ask to set up a call, because it's going to help you in your business. There's nothing that any other coach will be able to do unless you're willing to step out and do those things. So I think it was really, really well said. Great job, Mapi.
Thank you.
Anyone else have questions for Mapi or comments or anything like that? Let me unmute participants here.
I want to say one thing, like mentioning too, that you can use this even for your current customers. And I do have a lot of discount coaches, and I know we've talked about this before. And I was telling Mapi, I have not had to worry. Like when I became Diamond, I have coaches, you know, I get the notices that they're so-and-so's going inactive, or I've never had to worry about that because I have this group like of 20 of discount coaches that, because I can keep up that relationship with them. Now, some of them have fallen, you know, some of them do Shakeology for 6 months and fall off or whatever. But the importance of showing people that you care, you're investing in them, they stick around. And whether they're brand new, which with they're brand new, you have to work a little bit harder because you don't have them right there in a challenge group, or, like Mapi said, if you don't, the video's awesome because they see like, oh, okay, she's a real person. Like she's not just somebody on the phone sitting in a cubicle at Team Beachbody. So I think just, being real and showing and taking the time to invest in people is huge. And I need to follow up with my new customers from this week. I haven't done that yet, and it's
yeah, talking about giving us anxiety before we're supposed to be thinking about going to bed here. Thanks, Mapi. No.
No, but I do. I reach out to everyone. Glenn and I we used to use ACEO, and now we're using Infusionsoft. And so we do put them in an autoresponder. Now, the first one, we still include a video and we ask about their goal. Like it's light and asking questions about them. If they don't get back to us, though, it goes for 14 days, doesn't it?
21 days, yeah.
Okay. So, and there's some people that we don't hear from, and there's other people that the first message I sent her, she ended up in one of my challenge groups last week, and we were not Facebook friends or anything, but I go ahead and say when they get back to me, I do run private accountability groups on Facebook, and please know you're always welcome. And, occasionally you do have somebody respond to that too. So,
yeah.
No question.
Yeah, I think one of the things that I like about this couple that was giving this presentation is that they said that they had started doing videos like a professional background, and they both at a desk or whatever, and they now do it whatever they're doing. You know, one of them is cooking and the other one is recording. Hey, I'm your freaking Beachbody coach and I'm cooking, or, you know, I'm running an errand, or I'm at a playground. Like, they know that you're just a regular person that is devoting time to their health and fitness. I mean, the one thing all these people want is get healthy and fit. That's what they want. They all want the same. So I like what they said about using that video as a way to show your life by design.
Yeah.
Well, and if you do it that way, it's really going to come across as you just quickly did a video because they just let you know that you got this customer.
Yeah.
Instead of a professional video that you send to everybody. So it's going to come across a lot more personal too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
And if you say their name in the video, like, hey, Mapi, my name's Glenn, and
only sometimes I don't want to mispronounce their name.
yeah, like I'd probably say, hey, Mapi, it's Glenn.
Glenn, I don't recommend you saying their name.
So on my videos, for instance, I said, you probably hear my accent. I'm actually from Peru. I live here for about 10 years. My husband is American, but we both do this. So I kind of include that. So I highly recommend you include a little bit about yourself, just to make it more personal.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't think like, where is she calling me from?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for getting on the call, and thank you so much, Mapi, for
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Hope it helps.
And we hope to see everybody Sunday. I know some of you on here have responded, but yeah, it's going to be fun. And
Yeah, or some people live too far away and they can't make it. Just
Stephanie, fly over here.
I know.
Too bad. So
Drowning in water down here right now.
What's that?
We're drowning in water down here.
Oh,
It's been
really?
flooded. Yeah.
Oh, no. It's not warm and sunny and beautiful?
It's hot, humid, and rainy.
Then you should come home for sure. Or come, not home, but
yeah.
come to Ohio.
Right.
That's funny.
I'll be decked out in my glow-in-the-dark gear, ready to escape.
It's going to be fun.
All right, guys. Well,
Okay,
you guys take
get some
care.
sleep.
Have a good night and follow up with those customers. See everyone later.
Bye.